Hi, this is the lesson on compound interest formula. This is the one that we're gonna. This is the first worksheet that I downloaded under week 6. Um, I want to draw your attention to the formula that we're using for compound interest, which is this formula right here. All right, so you're still going to see that I have the P, I have the R, and I have the T. What I don't have is interest because this time we're going to be given the total amount. So that's how this one is a little bit different. But in the calculator, I'm going to start with the principal. I'm going to have to add 1 to the rate, and then I'm going to have to use the T as an exponent. So if you look down on the example that they give you, you're going to see that T 2500 is right there. There's my principal. Okay, then you're going to see that we have a rate, which is 8%, which is converted to 0.08 because you need to convert it to a decimal. That way, when you put it in the parentheses 1 plus 0.08, then you get your actual multiplier, which is 1.08. Your exponent, here I'm going to change colors here, time is 5, and so you're going to see that it is an exponent. See how that number is smaller? It means that they're using the exponent. There's 2 ways to do the exponent. You can see that they're doing it here, 1.08 to the 5th, and you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1.08s multiplied together to get this answer. You can most certainly do it that way, or if you're using a calculator that has an exponent key, then you can use your exponent key and you're going to be using 5 as an exponent right there. Now, for my cell phone calculator, you're going to see that there is an X to the Y key, and it's on, if you turn that calculator sideways, if you turn the calculator sideways, you're going to be seeing this X to the Y key. So I wish I could be there to show you in person, but that is how I use this one. If you are not sure, this will work on any single calculator if you're not sure where your exponent key is. Then you get your rate, which is 1.4933, and you multiply it to your principal, and you will get your total amount, which is 3673. Right, now we're going to look down at the first problem, and what I noticed after a little bit was that they didn't have the right thing there. So I'm going to take a line and I'm going to draw it through here, and you're going to see that I retyped the correct, that is the correct numbers that I'm going to put in my calculator. Now I'm using a cell phone calculator, my iPhone, and on my iPhone, when you hold it sideways, you see this X to the Y key, and that's basically how I did it on the calculator. What I did was I typed 3200. Okay, so let me change to another writing. Okay, so I took 3200. I multiplied by 1.07. I used that X to the Y. I'm going to put a little caret right there as my exponent key. So I, I pushed that key right there, did the 9, and as a result, I got the following answer. I'm going to go back to typing this answer in. I got the following answer, which is which is see if I can get this to type, $5,883.07. Now, when you're doing compound interest, you're going to notice that the final solution should always be higher than your principal, and that's because you are doing this 1 plus. That 1 plus means that I'm adding my $3,200 to the interest that I got. To find the actual interest, what I would have to do is I would have to do 5,883.07, and I would have to subtract away the the original parentheses, and I keeps going back to superscript, sorry about that, and I would get the actual interest, which would be about 2,000, I'm doing this in my head, so excuse me, 2,683.07. So that's how much interest my 3,200 made. So you can see it almost doubled, but I had it in the bank for 9 years. So that's what you're going to see with your compound interest, right? I'd like you to type up the rest of this. If you can pause the screen and work on number 2, and then go ahead and play when you're ready to go over what you did. All right, so you're going to see that I have retyped that equation. Amount equals the principal. There's my 1 plus RT. So right over here, I'm going to look for my T, and I like to do the highlighter. My T is right there. It's 3%. So over here, I'm going to do my 1 plus, and I don't want it to be 3%. 3% is going to be 0.03. So 1 plus 0.03 equals 1.03. So that's going to go into my parentheses, and my my years is 6 right there. So there's my 3 numbers, 22, 3%, 6, but I have to change the 3%, so it equals, so it's 3.03 right there, 0.03, and I add 1 to it, and I get 1.03. So my substitution is going to be 2,200 times 1.03, and then my exponent is going to be 6. Now remember, when you put it into the calculator, if you're using an iPhone like I was, you can use the exponent key. The other thing you might have to do is 0.1036 times. Hopefully you won't have to do that. Hopefully you're working, most calculators, whether they're iPhones or anything else, will have an exponent key. Remember, there is a link to the Desmos calculator and also to the Inspire on your Google Classroom sheet. I know that there's one on the Android. There should be an exponent key there. I don't have an Android available to me right now because I use the iPhone. All right, so you're going to plug this through to the calculator, and we're going to come down here. And after I did it in the calculator, I got 26.92. And I would accept 26.27, but those are the numbers that I got when I put them into my calculator. So basically, with compound interest, what you want to do is you want to use your formula, which is the formula we're using this year, is the amount equals the P, 1 plus the rate, T. Substitute it into your calculator, plug it through the calculator, and you will get the answer. I graded a couple already, and I realize that it's going to be hard for some of you to figure out how to put that in the calculator. So if you get that substitution right, I will not give you below a 90, as long as you'll still get credit for the whole thing. All right, so this has been Mrs. Montalvo trying to explain via distance learning how to use the compound interest formula for this year. I just need you all to be familiar with it, because compound interest is what we usually do it's what we're using in real life. It's a little bit more. All right. I wish, and I will probably, if you join me on my Zoom session, I'll try to do a little bit more showing you guys the difference between the two in simple and compound interest. But all you need to worry about right now is using the formula, substituting the values, plugging them into the calculator. Good luck with the remaining 3, and what I'm going to be doing as I grade your papers is I highlight what you do right in green, I highlight what's wrong in yellow, and if I have time, I'll try to show you where you went wrong on that. All right, have a good day, and I will hopefully see some of you tomorrow at the Zoom, Wednesday at 1:30. Adios.